What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Broom Closet. Tonight, I want to talk to you guys about this whole high value man myth. I call it a myth because that's exactly what it is. First and foremost, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, Godfather. He made a lot of great content, but one thing that I did not agree on him about was this whole high value man thing. And I know he's not the one that created this idea or gave it its definition, but he did parrot this a lot, this ideology on his channel a lot. So I'm just gonna go with that, right? So first of all, as it relates to relationships, right? Being a high value man is strictly determined or predicated on whatever female you're dealing with deems as high value or valuable in a relationship. We all know that women want a man who can provide. We understand that. But what you guys also need to understand is that outside of money, like women they value other things in their relationship. You know what I mean? Some women will place sex, intimacy at the hierarchy of what they value in a man. Some women, they'll place, how good a man can fight at the top of the hierarchy and what they value in a man. Some women, they'll place, how good a man is with his hands, how good he can fix things at the top of their hierarchy of what they value in a man. So if you're a man in this world and let's say you're let's say let's say that you go out here and you make six figures, right? Let's just start there because that was really one of the baseline standards of being a so-called quote unquote high value man. Let's say you make six figures, right? But you're bad in bed. Okay? If your woman values a man that's good in bed, and like if that's at the top of her hierarchy, you're not high value to her. You're valuable, but you're not high value to her. Let's say you're a man who you're great in bed, but you don't have shit. You ain't got no money, and you're dealing with a female that places finances at the top of her hierarchy what she values in a man. You're not high value to her. You're valuable, but you're not high value to her. And you guys, you men, you really have to understand how this works. Like you have to understand that this is the way it goes, right? Let's say you're a guy and you make a lot of money, but you don't look good. You know what I mean? Like you're not physically appealing. You're not attractive to your. And this female wants a man that looks really really good. You're not high value to her if you don't look good. Like if she values looks, you don't look good, so you're not high value to her. And that's what it boils down to. It goes on an individual basis. Now, of course, you could be high value to other men. Like what did Kevin Samuels he say? Like a mover and a shaker. You're well connected. You're useful to other men who are high value, so on and so forth. But as it relates to relationships, I mean, like you're not going to be high value to a woman unless you possess the things that women value in a man, and it just is what it is, whatever it is. You know, if you're dealing with a woman that wants a guy that can, make her laugh, and you're not funny, like you're not high value to her. You're valuable because you have everything else going on, but you're not high value, right? And this is why a lot of guys get into relationships with these women, and they're like, man, you know what? I got everything going on. I'm making six figures or more. And this woman I'm with, like, she's not getting on my program. She's kind of just, I could just tell that something's missing. Like she's not all there. And it's like, yeah, I mean, because you're negative and you're negative in an area that she deems valuable in a man, whatever it is. Now the thing about women is that like if you make a lot of money, like a woman she'll deal with you, for the sake of shelter and security and all that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as just like her natural like instinctual nature, like her natural like what she desires in a man on a natural level. If you don't have that, you're not gonna be high value to her, no matter how much money you make, and that's the fact. So all you guys out there that are, if you're a guy out there and you're making all this money, like don't consider yourself high value unless the woman that you're dealing with, unless unless you possess the qualities that the woman that you're dealing with specifically values, whatever that is. And you fucking, if you're a good looking guy and your woman values a man's, how good he looks, an attractive man, then you're winning. You're high value to her. If you're a guy, maybe not good looking, but your woman don't care about that. She values a guy who's good in bed, and that's you. You don't look good, but you're great in bed, and you make your then you're high value to her. You know what I mean? Whatever she values. You know, maybe you don't look good. You're not good in bed, but you're good with your hands. Maybe you can fight. Maybe you can fight and fix things. And saying you're high value to that woman, and she values a man who can fight and can fix things. And you men have to understand this shit. Like the women, like in this as late relations, they determine what man is high value to them. That's it. Another thing too, like just so it's good to understand this, so you guys aren't out here getting confused, because some of y'all getting married and shit, and you're just pouring, you're pouring all these resources, you're giving this woman everything you've got, and she's walking away like it's nothing. You know what I mean? You're like, what, like, and it's really just blindsiding you, because you're looking at yourself through your lens, but you're not looking at yourself through her lens. You know, like your money's not going to be enough. Saying nothing's going to be enough. Your money is not going to be enough. Your dick ain't going to be enough. Fixing things ain't going to be enough. Fighting ain't going to be enough. You what's going to be enough is you being whatever, you possessing whatever qualities or traits that woman deems valuable in a man. Whatever it is. Like I said, some women are different than others, and it's up to you as a man to find out the woman that you're dealing with. It's up to you as a man to find out whatever that is. You know, it'll save you a lot of time, a lot of heartache too. You won't be sitting there wasting time dealing with a woman and going to marriage counseling, or therapy, individual therapy, trying to figure out why my relationship is like this or like that. When you feel like you got everything together, you got your life together. It's just like I said, a lot of guys get confused, but it's really simple when you really look at it, and you take money out the equation, and you just look at like just two humans together interacting, you know, and you measure that. How would one attract the other? You know, just like for men, like when a man deals with a woman, like only a man can determine what a high value woman is. Whatever he values in a woman makes her high value. And again, that goes on an individual basis, because every guy is different, right? So yeah, I just wanted to just touch on that real quick. Like I said, I know Kevin Samuels did not. He didn't create that idea or that definition of what a high value man is, but he did parrot it. And no disrespect to the Godfather, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. He's made a lot of great content. I was a huge supporter of his channel. And yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and just give my opinion on that. So yeah, if you guys, if you feel different, go ahead, feel free to jump in the comment section. Let me know if you feel like I'm wrong. Let me know how you feel about the topic. Let me know if you have any insight. I mean, we're all here to learn. So yeah, peace out. Until next time.